to Fika for Life. My name is Linh, and my co-host is
Cookie. Oh, sorry, Edward Thomas.
You look like a burnt cookie.
I thought it was. I am a chocolate chip cookie. Do not hate the player. Hate the game.
What game is it that you can burn?
I don't know. It just sounded good. Shut up. Leave me alone.
You lost your spice, man.
I have to take this abuse every time we do a podcast. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Abuse, like.
I feel like
you have Stockholm syndrome because you keep coming back.
I know exactly. It's the kind of abuse I really like, though. It makes me feel so good. I feel like a man when she abuses me and emasculates me again.
Dude, just because I'm smart doesn't mean you're emasculated.
It's not because you're smart.
It's what then?
It's those scissors you carry around in your back pocket. You always when I snip, snip, snip. I'm like, it's not again. It just started growing back. You know?
Yeah, she got a lot of weapon.
You know the Bible says your tongue is a sword.
Do you want to fight? I challenge you to a duel.
Yuck. My youngest son, he had a period where he would come.
Your youngest son had a period? What?
Like a period of time.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like,
no.
What's wrong with your son?
No. When he would
kid.
come and he would want to give me a kiss, but he would put his tongue out like a French kiss. And I'm like, yo, no, we don't do that. Keep this inside.
He's like, that's how daddy did it to mommy. I just want to love her too.
No. Like, no tongue.
My kids have never tried to French kiss me, so I don't really know. I don't know what you're teaching your kids. You know,
I don't. But they like to put their tongues out doing that. Like,
I know they're always licking their tongues out at me all the time.
Because they know it irritates you.
It's just like, what's wrong with those small monsters? They're sticking their tongues out.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Oh, especially your youngest one. He would the middle one. He would definitely try to lick me.
Oh yeah, if he realized, he don't like that. That's funny.
Yeah,
Let's go.
He's like, I gotta come up and take communion. No, he licked my face. I gotta go. I can't be giving you the body and blood of Christ. I've got to wash my face
when we
first.
take communion and Ariel, the youngest one, doesn't get it, he looks like, why are you guys starving me?
I know.
Because he looks like,
he looks like this. He's looking like this. You won't let me have Jesus? Jesus said, like a little child, you're going to burn in hell. Okay.
But it's really heartbreaking, though, when you look at Ariel and he feels like there is something unfair happening. His eyes are just like,
I know.
Anyway, what's the topic, Ed?
Wow,
We're supposed to drink.
She's waiting for me to drink so I can keep my voice moisturized and
lubricated.
Okay, lubricated. Wow, that sounds really nasty. And you didn't want me to say how much I like kids. You know, it's just like, okay. Anyway, we were talking earlier. We have our guest with us again, Alice. Sleepy. Welcome back to the Alice Sleepy. She's decided to stay married to Mr. Sleepy. So, you know, Alice is Sleepy and the little sleepettes, they're all doing really fine. But
what's the topic, bro?
Okay, the topic is, we're all talking, Alice, you're our witness, that we had no topic. So the topic is...
I had a lot of topics you could choose from,
Girl,
you decided to choose another one.
You had so many topics. I felt like I was getting diabetes shots or something. I don't know what I was going to say COVID, but I was like, no, I can't say COVID. And I was like, what can I say? I need a new disease.
We are going to get canceled if you say the C word.
Okay, sorry. I never said it. It didn't come out of my mouth.
Okay, what's the topic?
Okay, the topic is, what would you do if you didn't have kids?
Wow. What would you do? I mean, all your kids are grown now. Don't you do what you would have done?
I'm doing what I would do
without kids.
I'd be with you on a podcast if I didn't have kids. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's different now that my youngest is 30. I don't. It's like.
But I mean, you got kids really young. So
I could have had them younger.
Still,
could have had them when I was 15.
You were 22, yeah?
Yeah, 22, yeah.
So you were really young when you had your first kid.
Mm. But you were like 24.
25.
Sorry, excuse me for the year. No, okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty young, though, too.
But I finished university.
Okay, I didn't. I dropped out of university.
Yeah, that's
Because I had kids too early. So.
So I'm just saying, you know.
Just rub salt in the wound, Dad.
No, but what I mean is, is it? Can you still think back how you thought when you were 22? If you wouldn't have had kids, what do you think you would have wanted to do?
Well, I was accepted to UC Davis to be a doctor.
What's UC Davis?
So UC Davis is a University of California, part of University of California school system or university system, and UC Davis had a really great medical program. So I got accepted into UC Davis, and that was my plan, was to go to UC Davis and be a doctor.
What kind of doctor?
The one that makes money. You don't know. No, I wanted to be an embryologist.
An embryologist.
Yes.
Why an embryologist?
Because I saw this special where they had babies that were like fetuses that were they were hydrocephalic.
The water
in the
heads?
brain, yeah. You don't call them water heads. Oh my gosh! Now we will get canceled. I was like, you call them water heads? You know?
Yeah,
water
okay.
on the brain, yeah. And so the embryologist could go in, and put like a shunt in there, And so they would be born like normal, okay, and all these kind of things. I'm like, oh, I want to save babies before they're born. But either that or be a pediatrician. It's like I don't know why I want to work with young people. It's really weird.
That's really, really, really young people. You want to work with embryos. They're really, really young.
I want to get pre-young.
They're pre-young. They're minus young.
Minus young. That's right. You're not young yet, but you will be one day.
And they cannot even say no.
Oh
no, this black man is touching me, Mom.
Oh no, it's me too. It's like, no. Like, I'm touching you anyway. You know? Yeah, that just sounds really bad. And then
really bad.
And then I became a priest.
Yo, that's just wrong. Okay, so you want to be a doctor?
Yeah, so I think if I didn't have kids, then I would just have continued on to medical school. It was so early, and I became a chef so very young, so that it's hard for me. I don't know what else I would have done except become a doctor. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it's hard to. It's different maybe when you have kids later, because then you're somehow on some trajectory.
Trajectory.
Trajectory somewhere, and then you just make a pause because of your kids, but then you probably continue that way. But when you have the kids so young, you might not have the real direction yet where you want it to go.
Well, I went to the wrong direction. But I think that I didn't understand how much work it was going to be. I mean, even if Eddie didn't have Down syndrome, I still would have had to have taken time off to take care of whichever child would have been born.
So Ed's first son has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
That's
Eddie,
why.
He sends me pictures every day of what he eats now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because he makes food at his group home.
Oh,
so it's really cute.
Because he's like, Dad, look, I'm just like you.
I know.
That's
what he says. He goes, I'm really in the kitchen just like you, Dad. I'm like, oh.
With that voice?
No. He says it in Swedish. He says, Pappa, jag är bra I köket, precis som dig. Jag är duktig precis som dig. Jag är snäll precis som dig.
Aww, that's so cute.
So for you guys who didn't understand what I just said in Swedish, my son anyway says that he's good in the kitchen. He wants to be good in the kitchen just like me. And he wants to be kind just like me. Da-da-da-da-da. And so, and Annette's always, my wife, she's always saying, he really looks up to you. He wants to be just like you. And I'm like, nah, he doesn't. She's like, he's a copy of you. I'm like, nah, he's not. But we like the same things. I mean, Eddie's a lot of fun. So.
Well, his name is Edward too. So.
Yeah, Edward the Fourth.
Edward the Fourth. So I don't know.
So I guess the apple is still hanging on the tree, so it never falls. It's like
So your grandfather was Edward the First.
Yes.
Your dad was Edward the Second.
This man, okay. I know we're talking about something different, but
gotta share.
This man contacted me on Facebook.
Okay.
And at first he freaked me out.
Why?
Because he looks so much like my grandfather.
Okay.
My grandfather's been dead for like
a long time,
15, 20 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he asked me. He goes, was your grandfather Edward L. Thomas, the pastor of Solid Rock Missionary Baptist Church? I'm thinking like, is my grandfather? is he alive? Look at this picture. But it's just someone who just happened to look a lot like my grandfather.
It's not like
and he went to the church when back then when my grandfather was alive. So.
But it's not like a cousin or
no.
I
asked. I did ask him. I wrote and said, you look like you could be one of our relatives. He's like, yeah, I used to get that a lot when your grandfather was alive. He just looks like that, but he looks a lot. He could be my grandfather's brother.
Maybe all of them in that church at that time looked like your grandfather, like a cult.
No.
You can only get in if you look like my grandfather. My cousins will be listening like, how could you disgrace our grandfather's name? You're banned from the family. I'm like, I was banned 30 years ago. I mean, what do you mean?
Okay, wait. So you think you would have done?
Yeah, I would have gone on to become a doctor or a doctor.
A doctor.
Yeah, which I don't know how that would have affected. I mean, I was interested in food, obviously, back then, too. So I probably would have still just liked to make food, but I just wouldn't have the skills to be able to make great food.
Maybe you wouldn't be a doctor, like a internist or something, like a GI doctor.
Oh, no, no.
I can cook you good food because you are unhealthy.
No, I wouldn't want to be a gastroenterologist.
The butts.
Yeah, it's like the butts. It's like all the poop. It's like food mashed. I'm like, no.
Okay.
Maybe a heart doctor. Or,
Cardiologist.
I mean, I always thought I would like to work in the ER, but ER in Sweden because they don't work that hard.
Oh, I can tell you tales about it anyway.
People wait 2 or 3 days and you only lost 3 pints of blood. Once you get down to 3.5, it'll be an emergency. We'll see you then. It's like,
just a quick comment that a couple of months before when I had a referral to the ER from another ER. I had a referral to go to the one in the hospital. I still had to wait from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock at night, 8 in the evening to 2 at night. Within referral. So I'm like, can I come back in the morning? No, you might have a stroke, so you gotta wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And I'm like, if I would have a stroke, would you have waited for 6 hours? No.
Yeah,
so
sure. Why not? We're having a fika break. Come on.
Okay, sorry. Alice, do you have any input on that?
I already don't have any kids. I'm only on to 15 kids. So that's
Rose, you don't need any kids.
I don't
on
need.
to 15.
You have a lot during the day.
I have kids from 12 years old to 37.
Woo.
So that's enough. That's why I know every kind of kids how they think.
You mean
Okay.
your relatives' kids in your family?
My niece.
Your nieces.
Wow.
You have a lot of nieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Some
you
of
have
them want girl, some of them want a boy, and the result is 15.
Yeah, wow. And then you work with kids also.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But none of them are depending on you, that you have to be there. I don't know. That's a question. I want to say question mark.
It's hard because I always feel like when you work with kids, you have a mission calling.
Yeah.
That, it's not they are not non-surviving without you, but somehow you know that you're there to give them something.
You have still responsibility.
Yeah, you still have a responsibility, and also for me, it's more like every kids need to be seen. For me, it's like that.
You see, you just speak like a real teacher.
But I'm
Yeah.
not
Not like a fake teacher.
I'm not a fake teacher.
Yeah, every kid gotta be seen and
Alice works with small kids that she
Yeah.
can pick up by their hair and sling them against the wall. Those-
which she doesn't do.
But
Those-
come
those-
on, I'm not so tall either. So
That's true. That's true.
It's
You're
a challenge.
about the same height as the kids.
so some of the kids who go in the third years
Yeah.
is taller than me.
Yeah.
Everyone is taller than me.
Most of the kids in the 9th grade, like when they're 7th grade, they were below my armpit, and now they all look down at me like this. I remember when we were smaller, I'm just like, I'll still kick your butt. So,
There was a guy today at the hot pot. Did you see it? I think it was almost the table next to us. He was really tall. Like, he was really, really tall. Like, he
Lynn.
looked like a stick.
Lynn, he was
Like,
short.
yo.
Maybe
You're
he's
so
a basket player.
Yeah,
No,
he was
Lynn,
really tall.
Lynn, you're so much shorter than I am. You just thought he was tall. He was really just 2 meters. I mean, 2 centimeters.
Yeah. He probably was 2 meters before. Like, he was much taller than my husband, and he's 192 already.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
You know what's funny? When I look at my husband, I don't think he's that tall. But then when I look at other guys who are the same height as Jonas, I feel like they're really tall. But I don't know why. Why is that? Like,
Have you seen yourself stand next to your husband?
Yeah. Also.
It looks like Lord of the Rings. He's walking with one of the dwarves.
I'm Hobbit.
Yeah.
He's Legolas.
And he's Gandalf.
No, he's Legolas.
Nah.
But somehow a lot of the Asia people or special girls who's not
what is special girls?
She's trying to say you're she's giving air quotes.
She's showing
giving air quotes. She's going special girls, like Lynn is drooling, you know, and she has an eye hanging out.
The husband who's much taller than they are. Why?
I don't know.
Because they're hoping to get babies that are taller than they are.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you're hoping. You're like
those babies are really hard to push out. They'll break you. It's no fun. Choose a husband with a small head.
So date when you go to the open date. So kind of see how big you are.
Exactly.
I brought a little sample here. Let me put it on your head to see.
How big your head is. No, your head is way too big. I'm not having babies with you. Goodbye. It's over. I don't love you. Your head is gigantic. It's like a balloon about ready to pop.
Well,
come on. Oh.
Maybe Jonas' head is really hard. Maybe that's why Itai's head is so hard.
Oh.
You know,
the Eliasson effect.
hard heads.
Yes.
Why? Like all of you wear helmets except for Itai. You have hard. You don't need a helmet.
He falls out. He's like, it rings a little bit, but it's okay.
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 You say? Would you say you already do what you would want to do? No.
Both, because I really love kids. I really want to work with kids, but I can also a couple of years ago, if I'm not working in the kindergarten, I have considered to go out as a volunteer or missionary for orphanage.
To an orphanage, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Because they really needs love.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of trauma, because a couple of years ago when I was in a trauma course, and they just give us, for example, why do you think that in orphanage the kids is not crying? Because they cry from the beginning and cry and cry and cry.
They're neglected, that's why.
Till they realize that no one would help them.
Yeah.
There are no answer.
Yeah. So they learn that there's no point in crying.
That's why it's so quiet.
It's really bad. I've said because they're neglected.
So like kids as a baby, they already learn somehow, some way, that they cannot trust people, or maybe they are already
forgotten.
Take care of themselves. They have some knowledge in that.
So sad. That's really sad.
That is sad. It's like
maybe my heart is not
so hard.
No, I think I would like to work in those places as well, but maybe I couldn't cope. Maybe I couldn't cope because now I have my own kids, so it's like a bit too close to home. Maybe.
I think with God's love, is you can reach people so far, so you cannot imagine, because it's not from us; it's from Him when He gives love to people,
like from God. Yeah. Ed, would you work
until you come to junior high school, and then you're like,
I'm not there yet. So thank God.
The gates of hell have just opened up, and no one's watching, no one's closing. You know,
it's like calling to hell. I think you have some inmates
really
missing there.
I think some people escaped, come to the junior high school. Oh yeah, we see all of our. Come on, you guys, go back. You know, stop pretending you're students. You're 500 years old. Come on, go back.
I think if I wouldn't have had kids, I think I would have been more out and about in the world, I guess.
Oh, you mean you would have been wild?
No, I would have traveled more, maybe have my own business, because then like there's nothing that I have, like if I lose, you know.
Or also you have
If
more
I fail,
time
I
to
fail.
concentrate.
Yeah. And with my networking skills.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes.
Do you have a hiccup? Do you
Oh
want me to
yeah,
help you?
it was something caught in my throat. Please don't beat me.
I don't
Don't
know
make
what,
me disappear.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have been. I mean, in the end of my education at the university, I realized I should have been a dentist. Yeah,
Really?
Why?
because I like this stuff, like to clean things and to fix small things.
And looking at
everything.
people's mouths with all their
Yeah.
rotten cavities.
Yeah, and then
Smells
clean
like
it.
death.
And then clean it up and make it pretty and like,
And the smell?
well, the smell you can ignore.
It's up to what you have eat.
No, but it's fine. I mean, there's a lot of chemicals you can put close to your nose.
I'm thinking, for example, for durian or
yeah,
caviar.
but nah, there are worse smells, like teeth that are decaying, people who have smoked, like infections. That smell is way
Yeah.
worse. Rotting food between the teeth.
Oh, gross.
You know, think about those people, not about the ones that brush their teeth. Think about those that never brush their teeth.
Yeah, some of the countries they really don't do that.
And you got to pick through their teeth. Oh, no.
No, that's Tan Shuk. She gotta do that first.
Oh.
When you're the dentist, you don't do the lowly work.
Okay, so you have a Smurf to do it for you.
Yeah, a minion. Yeah.
How funny.
Why would you laugh?
I don't know.
Maybe I would have done that. Yeah. Or have a business for something. I don't know.
But do you guys have dream when you was as a kid? What kind of dream job you want to?
I wanted to be a flight attendant.
Me too.
Really? How would you feel?
Yeah. I don't know because shut up. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wanted to be a pilot.
How would you fit? 2 seats. No.
The pilot seat is really
Two
wide.
pilot seats next to each other.
Wow.
There's somebody sticking
I'm
in
not.
the middle.
I'm not
No,
laughing.
Lynn, I want to be an astronaut. What do you say about that? Like, now she's about
Well,
to fall off her
at
tubes.
least they can see you from far away.
Good imagination.
That's why people leave our church. They meet Lynn and they go, "Oh no, I'm not staying in this church. That mean lady. No."
Sorry, it just comes out. I'm just really creative. My brain.
No, I don't know about creative. Hurt my feelings. Talking about my fat
Okay,
like that.
sorry. Yeah, what did you want to say?
Now I can't say it because it sounds ridiculous.
You also said that you want to be a flight attendant.
Yes.
But I think you could have fit really well, like with service-minded, like being nice, but still.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee
I know.
or tea. Coffee or
Then
tea.
this is the exit. Let's turn the lights on the floor. When the thing drops out of the ceiling, put it on your face first. You know.
When the pressure drops in the cabin, oxygen mask will fall on your
Put it on
face.
yourself first, and then help the kids.
Don't be a dum-dum. Put it
Yeah.
on your face first. Put it on your face first.
And then when your face starts burning, it's like,
If you don't know how to survive, if crashed on a lonely island, watch Lost.
wow.
If you want to have it more entertaining, watch Robinsons or
You
something.
wouldn't even send
Paradise Island.
You wouldn't even send the rescuers to look for me. You're just like, bye. See ya.
Oh, imagine you and me as flight attendants working together on the flight.
Neither one of us could get through the aisle.
Excuse me.
We would be like,
I'll
stuck
just
halfway
I'll
between business and economy.
I just stay in business and first class. You go to economy, Ed.
I'm like, can you grease us up on the side or something so we can push our way through? Oh,
And as a
my
flight attendant, don't you guys need to have a good personality, patient, and always smile, and don't get angry?
We
with the
always
customer?
smile.
Yeah, even when we
always
chop people up and
happy.
bury them under the church, we still smile.
We always smile. So I think you should be helpful, service-minded, but I think you
Yeah.
also need to be assertive because some people They don't like to follow rules. They don't care about your rules. They don't care about anyone else. They don't care, especially not about safety. They just do whatever they want. So I think that you have to be nice, but also like assertive. You tell people off. I like to watch the videos where the flight attendants like push people down, like get down and stuff because they are rude or they don't want to leave the airplane or things, trouble.
Okay.
Or maybe someone has a medical emergency, like, is there a doctor? Has anyone medical training?
So you can stand up and say, I have.
But how often is happening?
I think it depends on how often you fly. I think in my case it never because I don't do as many long hour flights. I mean, I only do that every 4 or 5 years, once or twice. Jonas, no, Jonas.
Wow,
Black
you
Jonas,
really?
Black Jonas.
Okay, that's much better. I'm the shorter, darker version of Jonas. I'm his alter ego from another dimension.
You didn't grow vertically. You grow horizontally.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Flight
see you. I
attendant.
don't see you throwing away.
What did you
honey.
wanted to do, Alice, when you were a child?
I think you guys will laugh because I do that now. Because when I was kids, I dreamed to be as a pilot, but I'm afraid of height.
Wow.
My dream car is a Jeep,
Your dream car is a flying
but
jeep?
I'm too short to climb up. Even if I'm starting to drive the car, maybe people will get afraid because they're thinking, is there any...
There's no one driving. There's a ghost behind me that's driving. I don't know what to do with.
Where is it? Why the car is driving? I cannot see ahead even.
Did I run over someone last week and they're haunting me? Oh, I should report it to the police.
But that's a bit funny because you want to be a pilot. We wanted to be flight attendants. We can all go on
work
the
together the same company.
airplane.
Can you guys trust me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure by myself.
Well, if you,
wow.
Alice, if you qualify to be a pilot and you finish your training, why wouldn't I trust you?
A pilot who can sleep after 2 minutes directly.
Oh, I could have been a pilot.
He sleeps even when he talks in the middle of a sentence.
Yes.
It's like, time to sleep.
But don't worry, you have the auto. You can just put the button and...
The pilot, the autopilot.
Autopilot.
Yeah.
So.
No. You always have on long flights you have 3 pilots. On shorter flights you have 2 pilots always.
Yeah, it was we. You have right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you're not by yourself. Just
So
take
I
one.
just started to fly, and after 2 minutes I leave to the rest because I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy. Alice
Exactly.
sleepy.
Back home with Alice and Dr. Sleepy.
To be honest, I cannot be a pilot because I have flight over 10 hours to Asia a couple of times, and every flight I slept
The whole
the
flight.
whole time.
Well, that's
Wow.
a
No
gift.
matter it's morning or evening.
Well, that's a gift, you know.
Yeah, I'm eating, and then I sleep again.
You see? You're like a baby. A good baby.
All you need, because all we need to do is put Alice over our shoulder, and then we have to burp her first. Then she'll be like a baby.
But, then you would be the perfect passenger. Like, we just wake you for eating. You eat, you finish. We take your plate, you sleep. You don't push no button to call us. You don't want more water. You don't ask us how to open something or this. You don't ask for any other stuff. So, yeah. Nice.
Oh, great for you guys. What are you guys doing then?
Well, we deal with the crazy passengers.
Yeah, exactly.
One time Jonas got up. Well, yeah, I think Jonas was upset because we're flying with my sister-in-law, and it was in the middle of the night. We couldn't sleep, but he slept well, and then they passed out ice cream,
Yeah.
and then he got upset because we wouldn't wake him. We didn't wake him for the ice cream, and I was like, "Well, we thought that you would value sleep over ice cream, but that's just us." So sorry, we didn't know you got
Wow.
upset.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess he'd be the first kid in history who didn't like like the present that reminded him of his parents. I don't know.
What? What was that?
Okay,
let's wrap this up.
No.
So, yes.
Okay, we got off topic anyway. We never really talked about the original topic.
What was the original topic? Well, yes, we did. What would we have done without kids?
Yeah, I guess we all just answer that.
Yeah.
And it's only okay. I guess it's only okay. Yes.
You tired, huh?
No, I'm not tired.
It's time to wrap up. Anyway.
I'm not. I've been affected by the hormones from Miss Sleepy.
Stop oozing the hormones. Okay, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you once again. And if you have any questions or if you have things that you want us to give you advice about, don't forget to write in. Press the subscribe. Press all the likes. Get your grandmother, your mother, your
father,
your
grandfather,
get your neighbor
cousins,
next door,
your nieces, your nephews, your siblings, your workmates, your boss, your non-boss, your ex, your girlfriend, your boyfriend.
Okay. Wow. We'll be here for another 20 minutes. Okay.
Anyone.
Thanks everyone for being so faithful and for being loyal to us. We will produce much more this year.
Oh yeah.
We're like chickens now.
More in the pipeline already.
Every other day we feel like, oh, we got a new idea we want to hatch.
That's Ed. He got many eggs in his stomach. He's like the Easter Bunny.
You have eggs in your... Oh, no, I can't say that word on our podcast. Oh, well, you'll hear it later.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening to us.
Ciao. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or ideas, please send us a message to fikaforlife@mail.com. Fika, F-I-K-A. This was the Fika for Life podcast with Linh Nguyen and Edward Thomas, and we hope to hear you again.